When looking at industries that are hiring and retaining the most UX, UI professionals, keep in mind that UX is not limited to only the industries you see here. It's become much more widely dispersed and integrated into the fabric of the global economy over the past 15, 20 years. If you go take a look at the projections of how UX will continue to grow in the next 50 years, it's astounding. Nielsen Norman Group did a study on the 100-year growth pattern of UX and projected that from 2017 to 2050, the UX profession is expected to grow from 1 million to 100 million. That's a growth factor of 100. So in terms of stability and growth, when you see big tech making layoffs to stabilize and increase their bottom line, don't despair. There are a ton. There's thousands of companies within the overall computing, software, and IT category alone. From startups to small and mid-sized companies with lots of opportunities for UX professionals. And the category of software really has become pervasive as we see all different kinds of businesses across a multitude of industries becoming SaaS product and services companies, or at least a large portion of their business's focus is now on that. There's so much opportunity out there across all the industries you see listed here. Quite a few people I talk with and mentor that are just starting out tell me how their goal is to land a job with Google or Apple. It's a great goal to have, but it's not what it's imagined to be. Okay, working for any big tech company or any larger company for that matter carries with it quite a bit of trade-offs and important things to consider when you're interviewing and accepting jobs, okay? So just keep in mind that the world of UX job opportunities does not revolve around big tech. For finance, banking, and insurance, and I'll go ahead and include healthcare and medical in this description, you're going to be looking at opportunities to work on any number of digital experiences across a rich and complex ecosystem. These opportunities could be focused on omni-channel experiences for users and customers that are secure, convenient, and self-service focused, in addition to employee, partner, and vendor-focused experiences that are centered around tools and apps within internal and business-to-business context of use. Consulting and agency work is also a big one. I'm biased on this one as I've spent most of my career working for agencies and consultancies. If you think you might get bored or working within the context of the same industry, potentially on the same tool or set of tools, for a product where you may be, on a product team that's mainly focused on features and functions, then the variety and pace of projects you'd work on at an agency or consultancy might be for you. You'll most likely have the opportunity to work on more of a variety of experiences across different industries and really potentially work on cutting edge solutions that are driven by emerging tech. So that's some of the things that you may get when looking at agencies and consultancies. Now, all of these industries are going to have interesting job opportunities. And I'd say this list is by no means exhaustive, but it's a great baseline to give you optimism, confidence, and really spark ideas of industries you can go and research and track opportunities for. Now, as you explore roles across different industries, you'll increase your rate of meaningful connections if you remain open to both internal facing product roles So roles where you're part of a team that's working internally on a product, on like a, software as a service product, as well as client facing roles that I've mentioned, whether it's with an agency or a consultancy, where you're working as part of a solution delivery team. So being open to both is going to help you. Being mindful of all the different types of content and social media posts you see on UX industries. Okay. There's a lot of people that post about UX industries, on LinkedIn, Medium, social media channels. Remain critical in your thinking because you're going to see a lot on this topic. And so much of it can be misguided perspectives that masquerade as wisdom. You'll see a lot of posts and advice out there about becoming a UXer that knows, or I'm sorry, about a UXer that's known in one field, like fintech. Like, hey, become a UXer that's specialized, that's known in an industry like fintech. Okay. And fintech is a great space with plenty of opportunity. But how does gaining work history and experience in only one type of industry make you more versatile and competitive if you're ever laid off or are looking to evolve your career? Now, this isn't necessarily bad advice, but just when you see stuff like it, take it in a measured way and think about these things critically. Okay, because my concern is that I don't want you to see stuff like this and then get charged and have to go and revamp all of your personal brand and materials because all of a sudden you get the seed planted in your mind that you need to specialize in one industry. Okay, that's just not the case. As I mentioned, technology is now very much woven throughout all different types of industries. And there's a heavy trend on modernization across the board, especially for companies that have digital products and services that have been around for 10, 15, 20 years. A lot of those companies need to modernize their products and their services. And what that means is that as they update their technology stack, they're also partnering and looking for people that they can hire full time to come in and help them optimize and modernize all the experience facets and all basically the cumulative experience across their products and their services. So pay attention to this demand and actually spend time doing some desk research. Okay. And when I say desk research, I mean, you're sitting, you're searching, you're looking for real, credible material. Okay. So go and research different types of industries where there's a heavy trend on modernization. And it could be, for any industry. Some examples might be, logistics, heavy equipment repair, or manufacturing. So these are, all traditional industries that have really had to revolutionize their offerings to their customers and their partners and vendors over the years with the advance of technology. All of those industries are on an upswing of hiring UX expertise internally. So I can tell you with 100% confidence, because as someone that focuses on business development, I've sold probably this past year roughly $2 million worth of design projects to companies like this. Okay. All the clients I've worked with that are starting initiatives to hire full-time employees, they're doing it to build upon the solutions that my team has delivered. Okay. So now they're going out and they're hiring that expertise and bringing it in-house, which is wonderful to see. That's what we want. And it creates more opportunity for you. So I hope this overview of industries has been helpful, and inspiring. The big task for you is to do research on different industries and start finding different companies you can follow and connect with on LinkedIn, so that you can make that a part of your job feed. Okay. And start to look for potential and upcoming job opportunities they may have. We're going to drill into that more in other in other modules. But that's it for now on industries, and I'll see you in the next video.